Hello, this is Joanne in Colorado, making another bird bath. Got stung again today with another bee. Anyways, I'm trying to make this cylinder here look a little bit like an aspen tree or birch. Here is the little playground for the hummingbirds. A fellow, how should I say this? YouTube channel that I really like, Robbie and Gary in California. Feel like they're family and friends. They just do so many things like I do, and she was making a bird bath out of these little poppet toys. Anyways, she was finding that the hummingbirds absolutely loved them because the little ridges are silicone and they could stand on them and play in the water, and had really good traction. Were able to take baths and share them with lots of them. So I just figured I'd just make a cement bowl, and I've got fiberglass or resin coating it. This here is on the edges is all bumpy and stuff, so that they could stand on that anywhere. Little texture down here, but more they'll be standing up on the little poppet toys. Anyways, there is a cement base underneath them, kind of a thin one, but it holds it in place and nice and sturdy. Doesn't bend and it won't be wanky. So anyway, now the only thing I have to do is hook up my pump inside the reservoir. The cylinder has a PVC pipe that's sealed on the bottom. It's about 6 inches or 4.5 and 5.5 inches on the top, on the inside. But anyway, 2 feet, and so that's the reservoir. And this is the drain where it drains back down in there. So the only thing I have to do is hook up the pump and make sure that it has 3 outlets that pump water up in each of these. So that is what I am working on. I'm sorry it's hard for me to set things up with all these bees and more bees. So I come out here and work on it when there are not so many chasing me. As you can see, there's still plenty. I don't know if you can see them flying all around there. But anyway, trying to keep them over here. I really wanted to get some plants started. The hummingbirds are here. According to the migration map, lots of them have been seen here. This is just a shelf. I took this plastic door from my greenhouse that I used last year. My bees balm was so high, and it's supposed to get down frost the next, I don't know, 3 to 5 nights. I didn't want it to frost. So these are my canna lilies, my elephant ears, and I was watching Robbie's channel down in California. She's quite a gardener, but she used a whole bunch of just like green grass and cuttings. I have all these little crabapple trees coming up, so I filled the bottom half. It's one of those boxes that you get at Costco, and I put a plastic bag in it, filled it about half full, right up to here, with little branches and stems and those green leaves. Packed them in there good, and then I put some damp soil over the top of them, potting soil. And she said as it breaks down, that it will keep these pots and plants really warm. Well, this is a pretty small greenhouse as far as about 7 feet tall. There's 6.5, 7 feet tall, and a couple feet wide. And then I've got an electric pad for seed starting here. And these are all my zinnias and the salvias that I had seeds for. I sprouted them the other day in 2 days, and then I planted them. And they are doing good. I should have started them months ago. They should be almost blooming by now. Sorry, I need my hands for this. But anyways, my little greenhouse. And when those get just up a little higher, then I can take the plastic off, and I'm going to maybe get a few of these starts out of here, out of these pots. I'm not sure how many kinds of salvias I have, but if I can get some of those started by watering it and letting them get nice and warm and toasty in sunshine, then I can take some of those starts and put them in another seed tray like this, like I did in my greenhouse. And this door I put in here so I can zip it down and keep the heat in there. I don't want to bake them too much. Well, it's about 70 degrees out here. I should give it a little more wind. But I sealed that up really tight around the sides so that I can open up that whole door, which is most of the front of it. And then that way it's easy to access the plants and water them, and really quick to zip them up for the night. I don't have a heater in there other than that one heating pad and the compost underneath those plants in the box. But I think with it being in the 70s and 80s in the day, this is what a mess looks like. I keep coming out here to work, and the bees keep chasing me in the house before I'm done. I did get my tools put up and some of my stuff, but my resin and all my trash. It's just better than getting stung again. Sometimes when they sting you once, things smell something on you from one bee attacking you, and they come get you again. I put up 3 hummingbird feeders. One in that tree, one on the house there, one on the other side of the house. Because over 25 people have reported hummingbirds in our area. Right here, this and the next couple towns right around us. And I don't see any flowers. They don't go to the flowers on the crabapple trees. There might be some azaleas around, but we are too early for all the other ones, and the ones on the mountains, I don't think there are any yet. A little bit of few blooms on the catmint, but that is about it. Anyways, I would so love to be able to go into those pots and look for starts, but once again, those bees, the wind was blowing, so they kind of backed off for a few minutes. But now they're back kind of swarming around everything, and if I went to water my plants, and that was where I got stung last time, so I just had it with them. There's another, these bees are from my neighbor's hives, but there's some dark bees, and I don't know where they came from, but there's a whole bunch of those, and from somebody's hive, and I don't know who has that hive, but I've just about had enough of those bees. And those are the ones that really want to sting me. I don't know. My neighbors got me the other day. But the way I can tell the difference is because the ones that are somebody else's, they're all dark. And these honeybees are yellow. I don't know. Some of these are looking a little different too. Now, anyways, I just have to get near them and they all come after me. I'm going to go in the house for a little while, let them calm down. And, man, I so want to work on my yard. I hate having it look this way. I like to have it nice and clean and all my bird baths ready for the birds and all my feeders full for the little birdies. Branches are breaking on the trees because those trees have been dying with that fire blight since before I moved here. I just rent, so it's not like I can go do a lot. I trim the dead branches off, but that's about the extent of what he lets me do. One of these days he will have to trade out those trees, but in the meantime I use them for feeding birds. So I am going to wrap it up for now and go in the house away from the bees, and then I will see how I can put together this little playground bird bath. I have a lot of them for sale, but I want to keep that one. I think I want to keep it and see how the little hummingbirds like it, because boy, in California, and the ones that Robbie built, she had 3 and 4 hummingbirds on each little one taking baths all at the same time, and they were just happy to be there. Being able to just grab a hold of something and hang on and splash on the water without sliding away or washing away or really is important. So anyway, if you watch this, Robbie, thank you for the great idea. Mine's a little, I don't know, a little more cement than yours, but hopefully the flowers are the same and they love me just as much. So I will get back to work and finish this, and I'll show you some pictures when it's up and running. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.